Hell yeah. Talk about some pro wrestling shit. They would be cutting promos for real. CJ, is there any other topic you want to cook on before I go to Straight Fighter?
No, I'm good for right now. I mean, I like to stay on the panel, but no, I've said what I initially wanted to say.
Hell yeah, champ. You got it. You got it. Absolutely. You could stay
Appreciate
on and then, tap in whenever you want. Straight Fighter, you are live, champ. What's going on?
Hello. Yo. Okay, what I wanted to talk by the way, hello, Bruce.
Straight Fighter, killer. This man's a boxer. He does training in his cellar, man.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
He busts that heavy bag apart, man. Very, very impressive. Go check him out.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, what I wanted to talk about is something that maybe some people never thought about. So, boxing and hip hop. Boxing has been dead, because earlier, the reason I wanted to hop on here was because the topic was, I heard people were talking about politics, the modern world and the past, and boxing, and like politics from now and everything. So, boxing, boxing has been dead before rap died. If boxing wasn't what it was in the 60s, Muhammad Ali wouldn't have gotten the volume of his voice. Reuben Carter wouldn't have probably been able to be what he was because his voice wouldn't have been able to be loud enough.
Good point.
He wouldn't have gotten, he probably wouldn't have gotten wrongfully convicted. Back in the 60s, after Griffith had, Griffith Perret, that fatal fight, Muhammad Ali and Reuben Carter were set to testify on boxing's behalf. And for boxing, for Reuben, it was to keep him out of the streets. He used boxing as a way to keep him out of the street. It's basically him choosing life. Now, boxing is also the poor man's sport. It was the poor man's sport. And hip-hop doesn't discriminate. Hip-hop originated in New York. And it didn't matter who you were, what you were. If you stood for revolution, then you were real. You were real. And it didn't matter about color. I think nowadays boxing has also been taken. It's it's sad. I think the commercialization, maybe.
Yeah. Sure, absolutely.
Of boxing. And money, money, like some of the greatest fighters way back in the day, and these dudes were conditioned. They trained not like today's, like Rocky Marciano, like Ruben. What he did, most people don't like. Oh wait, you mentioned Hegler. Hegler, he loved boxing. He was ready to go with anybody. And Floyd Patterson recognized this as well. Now, it's boxing. It's for me. It's a shame because they're trying to implement AI and stuff into music. They're trying to take our voices. So money is evil. Money is absolutely evil. There might be a lot of promotion and a lot of stuff like that in and check this out. Back in the day, boxing was the top sport. It was number one. It's you can't say that now. The whole world, even global, had their eyes on Joe Louis and Max Schmeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that
Now,
was like one of the biggest moments in sports history, not just boxing. You know, it
American.
represented a narrative. You know, who is better, the Germans who thought they were the, you know, ultra race, or an American, not just an American either, a black
American. Yep.
Exactly. And that was an even bigger narrative than all the rest, right? Can this guy whose race is treated fucking terribly in the United States be the guy that represents us and the best of us? It was a huge moment, not just for America, but for the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. To show at that level how wrong the Nazis and that sort of ideology is. I mean, it gave us, you know, who knows how defeating it even was for them. All I know is that Germany didn't recover, clearly.
Yeah.
And by the way, real quick, I think your rap comparison is so justifiable, because I look at rap today, right? I'm a huge hip hop fan, and I grew up on, you know, like I loved Common, right? I loved the Fugees, like I loved a lot of different stuff that wasn't on the radio, right? You know, and 50 Cent was great, Pac was great, all these guys, they're artists and amazing. At the same time, though, what the Suits learned was the like big selling point. They started to take out of the art and then reproduce that only. So where Pac or NWA or some of these people would utilize street politics and talk about what was going on in the streets, today's artist only talks about that to guise their brand in a way that it'll sell to the commercial morons that don't even appreciate rap, that do appreciate and want the beef, and they do want all the violence and the drug use and all the negativity that comes with it. And that is what these, industry people focus on, because they know that's what's going to sell.
That comes with it. And that is these, industry people.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the audio, but I wanted to interject. I wanted to piggyback on your point. Go ahead. Yeah, because we're from the same era. Yeah, absolutely. Like Pac had a lot of introspective, like deep thinking tracks where he's assessing his own, his life and things of that nature. So it wasn't just thug life. It wasn't just thug life.
Absolutely.
Prodigy.
Fuck yeah, Prodigy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Prodigy, I believe that he carried on what Tupac would have sort of done. He basically if anybody came close to Tupac, or Prodigy was wrongfully incarcerated as well.
Yep.
They tried to get him to snitch on 50.
Oh, I remember that. Damn, that was a long time ago. Fuck.
Yep. And
you're super right. Fresh, that you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, man, you guys are cooking. It's so good to hear. I can sit back and listen, but sometimes we got to interject, because once you started talking about that hip hop, both of you guys, Mario and the other brother, I don't know, with the boxing avatar.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
Yes, Street Fighter. Yes, they definitely intertwine with each other. You just had that element where the two go, and I think it's always been like that with music, period. Jazz and boxing as well. I remember when I was in the boxing gym and I wanted to hear some hip hop or whatever, my trainer played jazz. He was said something about that rhythm. Something about that rhythm. He I couldn't remember, but
the blood.
Yes.
Hey, Fresh, I don't want to cut you off, but before I lose my train of thought, because I'm a California pothead, you remember Tupac and Tyson were close friends.
Yep,
yeah, absolutely. I was watching an animated video yesterday of Tupac's last 24 hours, and it was Tyson involved. Oh, wow. He had a song for Tyson to play when he came out, but I don't remember.
I know the song you're talking about. It was the Bruce Seldon fight. I know.
Yes. Yeah. His cousin from the Outlaws in a documentary played like a snippet of it, right? Because Mike wanted him to record it, and one of Pac's cousins that was in the Outlaws.
Could I say the verse? I think I know some of the verse.
Yeah, word. Go for it.
Okay, it's like my road to glory is filled with thorns, fluent thoughts from my brain, and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till I My struggle's closer to the pain of a trained killer. Best believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion.
That gives me
and it came to fruition.
That gives me fucking chills, bro. For real.
Word up.
And it's so crazy.
It came to fruition.
Pac had that. I know, that's deep that you just said that. Pac had that like that MLK tone, not tone, but it was like no, and it just like speaks to this
cadence,
deeper,
and it impacted you in the same way.
That's the word, cadence. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. It speaks to this cadence that's like uplifting. Like I could feel like I could go out and fight better, as crazy as it might sound, because I came out to that song. You know what I mean? It's not like
me against the world.
Hell yeah. Hell
like
yeah.
that.
Right. Champ, Mex in the building. What's going on, Champ? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just laying back in the cut. What's happening?